I want to make this bag with pink flowers match my orange top. So I needed somehow to add in a little bit of orange tone. I had a good look at the picture, the design on the bag, and decided the best way would be to use some acrylic paint to add a little bit of orange into the centre of the lemon flowers. So I used yellow and red acrylic paint mixed together with a little bit of water to make an orange tone. Just want this to be a little colour wash of orange. However, I don't want it to be sinking through into the fabric inside. Nice fine brush, or fairly fine brush. This means I don't lose that yellow. The technique is basically to do little tiny strokes of paint from the centre of the flower outwards, and you kind of flick the end of the brush so that it does a fine tip to the paint stroke. You want the paint to be fairly thin so that you can just easily paint each stroke, but you don't want it so thin that it all sinks in and you can't see the paint. You might find it useful to have a little practice on some fabric first before you paint onto your project. When you come to paint, just put a tiny bit of the paint on the end of the brush and just do tiny little brush strokes where you want to place your paint. Remember, it's easier to just add a bit more paint later, but a lot more difficult to try and remove what you've put on as excess. Because although it's not specialised fabric acrylic paint, it is classed as permanent paint, so it may not wash off. Just going over and touching little bits up here and there. Okay, and on to the next bit. Okay, just fine little lines. Just getting the texture of the paint quite right. Just to make this bag a bit more usable. Nearly done. Okay, I think I want a little bit more orange in there, so I'm going to just do a bit more. This time I'll try to show you a little bit more of the painting. I'm also going to post a picture of the paints I used. Okay. Just a subtle little change to make me feel I can wear orange with it, because there was no orange in the middle of these flowers. That's about it. That's about it. Don't want to overdo it. Okay, that's fine. Just going to put a little bit of orange in this too. So you see what I mean about add in more later. You can always put more on. Once it's dried, you get the full effect, and you can always add more, but it's hard to take it off. Just need a bit more water then, it's gone a bit thick. As it dries, it'll probably lighten slightly. Just, you want to just keep going and keep going, but you have to get to a point where you just stop, because otherwise you make it you know, just over the top a bit with the orange, and you'll lose that lemon. That's it, finished. It's a finishing flourish. I'm going to put these tassels on, pink and orange. I bought a bag of them from Amazon a little while back to go onto some sandals and things. Just going to put those through. There we are. Tone it all in nicely. That's it, complete.